Dating in 2026 isn't confusing. It's engineered to keep you hooked, exhausted, and doubting your own reality. Ghostlighting, breadcrumbing, and AI situationships aren't cute new buzzwords. They're psychological traps. And if you don't understand them, you'll think something is wrong with you instead of realizing the system is working exactly as designed. You match, you chat, you feel a spark. They say all the right things. Talk about the future, open up at 2 a.m. You start to relax. Then, silence. No fight, no explanation, just gone. You call it ghosting. But in 2026, it's evolved into something worse. Ghostlighting. They don't just disappear, they disappear, and then come back weeks or months later, acting like nothing happened. As if they were just busy. As if the silence was normal. As if you're dramatic for even noticing. You bring it up. They say, "What are you talking about?" "I just got overwhelmed." You're reading too much into it. Now you're not only hurt, you're confused. Was it really that bad? Maybe I'm asking for too much. Maybe I'm crazy. That's the trap. Ghostlighting doesn't just waste your time, it attacks your reality. You start doubting your own memory, your own standards, your own right to expect basic continuity. And while you're busy second-guessing yourself, the apps keep feeding you more faces, more maybes, more almost stories that never quite become anything. At the same time, there's breadcrumbing. They don't ghost. They don't commit. They send you crumbs. A like here, a "oh be wid" at 11:47 p.m. A "we should hang out sometime" that never turns into a plan. Just enough attention to keep your hope on life support. Never enough effort to move forward. Psychologists call it a cycle of anticipation and disappointment. Hope gets activated, then withdrawn over and over, until your self-trust erodes. You stop trusting your gut and start waiting for their next crumb to tell you whether you're worth something. And if real humans become too tiring, there's a new exit. AI situationships. Dating reports for 2026 literally predict it as a major trend. People building relationships with chatbots and AI companions who are always available, always validating, never ghost, never argue, never ask you to grow. 2 in 5 people say they'd be fine with their partner having a close AI connection. Others call it emotional cheating. But here's the deeper problem. When you can escape into a perfect, programmable partner, real humans with their flaws and needs start to feel like too much effort. So you end up in a psychological triangle. Real people who ghostlight and breadcrumb you. Your own brain, which questions its worth. And AI, which gives you fake safety while your real capacity for intimacy shrinks. That's the trap. It's not just bad luck. It's a culture. Stoicism saw this coming 2,000 years ago. Not the apps, but the chaos of chasing what you don't control. Marcus Aurelius didn't swipe, but he understood this. If your peace depends on how strangers behave, you will live in permanent emotional slavery. So how do you walk through 2026 dating without losing your mind? 1. Name the trap. Ghostlighting. You can't fight what you refuse to name. Ghostlighting is when someone ghosts you and later gaslights you about it, denying, minimizing, or pretending it was nothing. You're not needy for noticing. You're not crazy for expecting consistency. You are witnessing a pattern. Stoic rule: treat patterns like facts. If they disappear without explanation once, that's data. If they do it twice and then deny, that's a character. And character is not your job to rehabilitate. 2. Name the trap. Breadcrumbing. Breadcrumbing is emotional slot machine design. Occasional rewards, lots of nothing in between. From a Stoic lens, any connection that mostly gives you anxiety and rare hits of relief is not a connection. It's an addiction. Ask yourself, do they make actual plans? Do they follow through? Is their interest consistent or just convenient? If you always feel like you're almost there, you're nowhere. Pull back. Healthy interest doesn't need you to decode it. 3. Name the trap. AI situationships. AI companions can feel safe. They listen, validate, remember details, never storm out, never ghost. The danger isn't using AI. The danger is replacing real intimacy with programmable comfort. Stoic rule: use tools, don't worship them. If AI's practice, great. If AI becomes your main emotional diet, your tolerance for real, imperfect humans drops to zero. You don't grow courage, patience, or vulnerability by talking to something that can't truly hurt or disappoint you. 4. Understand the psychology, choice overload, and cowardice. Experts point out that technology made connection easier and disconnection even easier. Infinite options, zero accountability. Why explain your feelings when you can vanish and swipe again? Why risk being vulnerable when you can breadcrumb 10 people and pick when you're lonely? Ghostlighting and breadcrumbing are often just emotional cowardice. People who want the benefits of connection without the responsibility. Stoicism doesn't make excuses for that behavior, but it also tells you, do not imitate it. 5. Stoic dating rules for the 20s. 26 Rule 1. Control your inputs. If you binge toxicity content, chaotic dating stories, and he/she did this to me videos all day, your nervous system starts to believe chaos is the baseline. Limit how much of that you consume. Curate your feed to people who speak about healthy connection, not just horror stories. Rule 2. Filter by behavior, not by words. Ghostlighters and breadcrumbers often say exactly what you want to hear. Your job is to watch what they do over a reasonable amount of time. Consistency is boring to manipulators. They can't fake it for long. Rule 3. Accept that confusion is an answer. If you are constantly confused about where you stand, that is where you stand. A Stoic doesn't chase clarity from people who communicate in smoke signals. They step back and choose peers who speak plainly. Rule 4. Date like your mental health matters more than your ego. Ask, how do I feel about myself after interacting with this person over a month? Not, how high are the highs? If your self-respect is dropping, you're paying too much for the connection. Rule 5. Keep your humanity in a dehumanizing system. Apps see you as data. Trends treat you as content. AI sees you as a user. Only you can insist on being a person. That means saying no to ghostlighting comebacks even when you're lonely. Walking away from breadcrumbing even if it feels like something is better than nothing. Using AI as a tool, not a substitute for doing the hard work of connecting and healing. At the end of the day, 2026 dating is a psychological trap only if you walk in blind. You can't stop people from ghosting, breadcrumbing, or choosing chatbots over real conversation. But you can refuse to let any of that decide your worth, your standards, or your future. You're not here to be another damaged statistic in a dating trend report. You're here to walk through this chaos like a Stoic. Eyes open, standards high, heart guarded by wisdom, not walls. Join the Stoic Cartel. Come back to the fire tomorrow. We'll keep turning every rejection into fuel for the kind of man you're becoming.